Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Entertainment Brick Show. Today, I want to do a more in-depth discussion about this new potential Lego Harry Potter Lego game, that is going to be coming out in the future as the next Lego game. If you didn't see my video on all the Nintendo Life article with all the canceled projects for the Lego games, all the TT games canceled projects, which was like Guardians of the Galaxy, the Disney game, unfortunately, a Batman game, as well as some Mandalorian DLC. Go check out that video. That's where I kind of just run down that article, basically. And in that article, we got some information about the potential next Lego game. And that is going to be a Lego Harry Potter game stylized in the same style as the Skywalker Saga. So I have some problems with this. There's good and there's bad to this. I have a small list here of some good things that I think will come out of this, and some pretty bad stuff that I just don't really care for. But personally, I don't want this game. I don't want this game at all. I think they should go with a Batman game instead, personally, and I think they should do the Mando DLC instead. I think they should do a Disney game instead. Again, that was canceled, but you get the point. I'd much rather something else than a Lego Harry Potter game, personally. And again, I'm just going to run through a list of good and bad. I unfortunately have more bad than good to say about this new topic here, but yeah, we're going to run through the list. So starting with some good things. First off is a massive Hogwarts to explore as the open world. Similar, it seems like, to Hogwarts Legacy, plus a bunch of other locations in the area, basically, right, for the wizarding world. Yeah, that's the first good. Massive Hogwarts, so massive open world. You're going to be able to play as, whatever kind of Lego Harry Potter character you want to play as in a massive Hogwarts open world. You'll be able to visit places like the Astronomy Tower, Great Hall, the Clock Tower area, the courtyard, the bridge, like stuff like that. Like really cool places within Hogwarts in this giant Lego game to kind of explore. And I'm very confident in saying that if this game does follow through, that this will easily be the biggest Hogwarts open world we've ever seen in a Lego game. Because if you don't know, there were two previous Lego Harry Potter games, Harry Potter Years 1 through 4 and Harry Potter Years 5 through 7, which had mostly similar open worlds, kind of. I guess not necessarily. I think some of the Hogwarts elements were very similar, but maybe not exactly the same. But regardless, that we've had previous Hogwarts open worlds in the past, I am very confident in saying if they were to follow through with this game, this would probably be the biggest Hogwarts open world. Next good thing is I'm hoping to have Hogwarts be the main area of the open world, and similar to the Skywalker Saga or Marvel's Avengers, the Lego Marvel Avengers game, you could explore smaller open worlds such as, I just put a list here, 12 Grimmauld Place, Nocturne Alley, Diagon Alley, maybe like Hagrid's Hut, etc. So what I mean by this is, in the Skywalker Saga, you're able to travel to, I think it was 20-something planets, I think it was, and most of them, they were kind of varying in size. Like, Coruscant was really big, right? And then places like Dagobah was kind of smaller, a little bit smaller. But regardless, there was still full-blown open worlds to explore, and they were very well-done open worlds. So I'm saying, if we're going to have, let's say Hogwarts Hogwarts is our Coruscant in this case, right? You could also travel to different areas within the wizarding world that are maybe smaller, open worlds, maybe smaller, toned-down open worlds compared to this larger area. And I'm also comparing it to Lego Marvel Avengers, because in Lego Marvel Avengers, you had your main open world of Manhattan, right? And then you were also able to go to smaller open worlds that were featured in other MCU movies. For instance, Tony Stark's Malibu Mansion. It was a much smaller, condensed open world, but it still had collectibles to get. It was still a place that you needed to go to 100% the game. There was also Barton's Farm. That was a smaller open world that you could travel to. I think also Asgard was one of them as well. So I'm, kind of comparing it to both of those video games where you could travel to smaller, more contained open worlds while also having the main Hogwarts open world as well. I'm even thinking Hogsmeade you could go to, which would be a smaller area. You could go to I think it was London, right, where they go to the Wizarding Bureau, whatever that's called. I forget what that's called. Ministry of Magic, rather. That's what it is. Ministry of Magic. I think it was in London. So you could travel and walk around in London a little bit, go to the Ministry of Magic as a smaller open world. So there's definitely a couple of options for more open world potential here. Then the last piece of good here second to last, is an updated character roster with the newer designs for the characters based off the minifigures that were starting when the Harry Potter wave started in 2018. So in 2018, Lego Harry Potter came back as a full-blown Lego theme, and they had updated versions of Harry Potter, updated versions of Ron Weasley, Snape, Dumbledore, Voldemort, Hermione, all those characters, and I would love to obviously see those updated versions of those characters as characters to play as in the LEGO games roster, in the Harry Potter game roster. Again, there was previous LEGO Harry Potter games, years 1 through 4 and 5 through 7, which had the older designs of the minifigures. Now we would be getting the newer designs of the minifigures in this updated character roster for this game. That's what I'm hoping to see. I mean, I'm pretty confident that's what they would do here, right? And then also, one more good part of it that also kind of relates to the character roster, I'm kind of hoping like the DLC will be like Fantastic Beasts. That'd be kind of cool. Like, you'd have a Fantastic Beasts level pack that comes with like, based off the first movie, for all the characters that, like, all the necessary characters you need for the first movie. So I'm thinking like Newt Scamander, Jacob Kowalski, Tina Goldstein, Queenie Goldstein, and then like, whoever Colin Farrell played. I don't remember who Colin Farrell played, and also Ezra Miller, whoever Ezra Miller played. Like, those kinds of characters, plus one level to play through with that Fantastic Beasts game, or that Fantastic Beasts movie. Then the second DLC pack will be like Fantastic Beasts 2, you know what I mean? Just kind of doing a lot more of that. Maybe there's even like a Hogwarts Legacy DLC pack where you can get like characters from the Hogwarts Legacy game. Maybe even, I wouldn't say a level, maybe not a level, but definitely a character pack I think could work. Maybe even a Cursed Child play based off the, DLC pack based off the play. That would be kind of interesting, and they're supposedly going to be turning that into a movie as well, so there's definitely a few options. They definitely have a few options for DLC packs that I think could work really, really well. And of course, obviously, your main character roster will be based off the 8 movies that have released. Man, I don't even know. Did they enter that? No, it was like 2001, right? Was the first one? I don't even remember. Anyways, that's all the good. That is all the good. Now we're going to get into the bad stuff. This is mostly my personal bad stuff. You could be a giant Harry Potter fan, and I'm happy that you're, maybe excited for this game. Personally, I'm a big I collect Lego Harry Potter, but I just don't want this to be the next Lego game. I'd much rather something else. Anyways, the bad here is, this is a theme I'm really not kind of caring to get a Lego game off of. I feel like this is only an option to make a Lego game because it is one of the better selling themes. So, if you don't know, Lego released their report, or whatever, their kind of yearly report. I don't really know exactly what you want to call it. And it highlights the top 5 themes, I believe, of the year, of the previous quarter, previous year. And Harry Potter was one of them. And it's been one of them, I believe, for a pretty solid amount of time. I don't want to say it was since 2018, but it may have been. It definitely possible. So, if Lego Harry Potter, that theme is running strong for 5-ish years, 4 to 5 years, it makes sense why they would probably want to make a Lego video game off it. That makes sense. As well, due to the success of Hogwarts Legacy, even though it's kind of copying, I feel like this might copy Hogwarts Legacy a little bit, but, we just got Hogwarts Legacy, which is basically the best possible Harry Potter game we can get. Seems like Lego is just going to kind of be copying that somewhat, just having the major difference be Lego versus non-Lego. And that game's success, I guess, is kind of like a good and a bad part here, or a pro and a con, is that Hogwarts Legacy was so successful, to make a Lego version, will it be as successful, right? Yeah, Lego game because it's just one of the better selling themes. Success of Hogwarts Legacy, another WB Warner Brothers property that Warner Brothers is gonna try and use for profit. If you didn't see my Warner Brothers breakdown video, kind of talking about some of the Warner Brothers stuff that's going on, go check that video out. It's very cool. It's very fun talking about Warner Brothers. So yeah, interesting there. Next point is, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the previous Lego Harry Potter games. Yes, I am not crazy about the previous Lego Harry Potter games. I enjoyed playing them. I got the collection video game, and I enjoyed playing them. It's just, I don't know, like, the characters are really bland to me. Like, I'm not interested in playing any other character besides, like, Harry Potter, Voldemort, Dumbledore, Snape. That's it. Like, I feel like I'm also going to have that same exact reaction towards this new Lego game as well. Like, I'm only going to want to play as characters who are cool. I'm not going to want to play as, like, goofy side characters that just show up for 3 seconds just cuz. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to really be too interested in playing as those characters, unlike something with, like, Star Wars, where they're kind of, like, outrageous and crazy, where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go play as, like, some weird I don't know, some weird alien character that just makes no sense. I'll play as him because he's just kind of goofy looking, he's cool. But these are all just, like, regular people, you know what I mean? And they're just going to be different students. There's going to be, students from all the different houses that you're going to be playing as, and it's not going to be as interesting. Like, I might as well just play as Harry Potter then. You know what I mean? So, Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking there with just some of the character choices, I guess. Um, no particular side or background characters that are notable enough to drive me to play as them personally. And again, I'm not the biggest fan of the previous Lego Harry Potter games just because they're a little bit bland to me. Every character kind of has the same abilities just because they're all magic users. You know what I mean? So there isn't too much variation with that. I mean, it was fun to play. It's just not really the best thing for me. It's not my favorite Lego game ever. By either of them. Either of them are my favorite. But regardless, moving on here. Another game stylized like the Skywalker Saga. Is that going to be different from the typical kind of Lego game, which I want to go back to? So what I mean by this is, I think I want to say I made one or two videos on this, but Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga was a very different kind of Lego game. It felt more like a AAA title. It was much more like, I don't know, much more like in-depth and complex, I guess is the best way to say it, versus your typical kind of common Lego game. But with it being so complex, it brought about problems with me, and those problems are that like the levels were shorter, and I just don't that was one particular my biggest gripe with that game is the levels were so short. Some of them took like a minute. Some of them took like under a minute, I think, and it was just way too short of levels. I much preferred like the 15-minute level, kind of time frame, whatever. Like with Lego DC Supervillains, just as an example, because I'm just thinking of a random video game, Lego video game. It had really solid levels. There were longer levels to play through. But this Skywalker Saga just had shorter levels because they had so much packed into that game. They focused a lot on the open world, which was great, but like also focused on the level. I don't know. I just have a weird thing about it just because I would much prefer having stronger levels as well and like sacrifice some of the open world components for stronger levels personally. That's just my thing. But if we're going to get another game stylized like the Skywalker Saga, I'm expecting we're going to have short levels. We're going to have like 2-minute levels in Lego Harry Potter, which I'm not really looking forward to. I would much, again, rather prefer to have like solid 10 to 15 minute levels that I really got to play through. You solve multiple puzzles. You have multiple battles with enemies and stuff like that. Boss fights take a while. Like, I want more of that rather than just like a 2-minute level and then I'm done. And then I can crank through like, Sorcerer's Stone in like 10 minutes, which is, I didn't do that with the Skywalker Saga, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. It's not long enough levels, personally, for me. So that's why I'm a little worried about this. And if this game is going to be like the Skywalker Saga, again, I'm expecting shorter levels. So that's just one of the flaws that Skywalker Saga had. And if this game's going to be stylized like that, I'm expecting that to have the same flaw. Because that's what they're going with here, is they're going to go for a big... I imagine they're going to go for a big, like, AAA title. Like, look at this AAA Lego Harry Potter game where you can go through Hogwarts, and it's going to be just like Hogwarts Legacy, but like Lego this time, and based off the movies, and you're going to be able to play through all the movies, all 8 movies, 5 levels each, and the levels are going to be like 2 minutes long. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's just kind of some bad stuff that I have with this game. And I'm gotta be honest with you, I'm not really looking forward to it, unfortunately. I hate to say that, because will I buy it? Yes. Probably I will buy it, yeah. But I would much rather prefer another kind of Lego game, or another Lego game in general, like another franchise getting a Lego game. I loved the idea of the Disney game. I thought that was an amazing idea, and I feel awful that that game was shut down after 4 years of production. Very, very sad. I actually wouldn't have minded seeing the Guardians of the Galaxy game. That actually sounded very interesting to me. Would have loved to have seen that. And then, what was the other games that were on that list? Mando DLC pack for Skywalker Saga. Not the best option, but I think I'd prefer it to Lego Harry Potter, personally. And then a new Batman game. I'll take a new Batman game any day of the week just because I'm a big DC fan. So, of course, I'm going to like that. But anyways, yeah, that's basically the rundown here of all the stuff for Harry Potter, the new Lego Harry Potter game. Gotta be honest with you, I'm not excited for it, which is very unfortunate. Maybe when I start seeing some stuff about it, maybe I'll get more and more excited. But for now, I will keep with my opinion that I'm not going to be a fan of this game. And yeah, so there you have it. Just want to kind of do a deeper, in-depth discussion about this Lego Harry Potter game. So if you enjoyed that video, do the common YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later. See ya.